So public key cryptography solved our key distribution problem, but it created a new problem entirely. How do you know that a public key actually belongs to the entity it claims to represent? If an attacker hands you a fake public key and says it belongs to Bob, encryption still works, but you're encrypting to the attacker. This is a man-in-the-middle problem. To solve it, we need infrastructure of trust. That infrastructure is built around certification authority and public key infrastructure, or PKI. The core challenge is public key authenticity. Anyone can generate a public and private key pair. There's nothing inherently binding to a key to a real-world identity. If you download a public key from a website, how do you know it truly belongs to that site? Without verification, public key cryptography collapses under impersonation. So trust must be anchored somewhere. A certificate authority, or CA, acts as a trusted third party. An entity registers a public key with the CA and proves its identity through validation steps. The certificate authority then creates a digital certificate, and that certificate binds the entity's identity to its public key. Most importantly, the certificate is digitally signed by that certificate authority, and the certificate authority is effectively asserting that the key belongs to the verified entity. When a client receives a certificate, it verifies the certificate authority's signature using the CA's public key. If the signature validates, then the client trusts that the public key is inside the certificate of legitimacy. This creates a chain of trust, and browsers trust certain CAs by default. Those root CAs may sign intermediate CAs, which in turn sign server certificates, and trust cascades downward from those known anchors. The chain of trust model allows secure communication at a global scale. When you visit an HTTP website, your browser checks the server certificate. If the certificate is signed by a trusted certificate authority, then the browser proceeds. If not, it's a warning because identity cannot be verified. Behind that simple lock icon lies an entire PKI hierarchy, and trust appears seamless because the verification happens almost instantaneously. Certificates include more than just the public key, however. They contain identifying information, expiration dates, and the certificate authority's digital signature. They may also include usage constraints specifying if the key is allowed to do, and certificates expire to reduce long-term exposure if the keys are compromised. Revocation mechanisms allows the certificate authorities to invalidate certificates early when necessary, and PKI is an actively managed system. It's not a static one. PKI is pretty powerful, but it's not flawless, and if certificate authority is compromised, the attackers could issue fraudulent certificates. If users ignore browsers' warnings, then trust assumptions break down. The system depends on a strong operational security by the certificate authority and disciplined software updates. Trust on the internet is partly mathematical and partly institutional. Both components must hold for the system to function. Certificate authorities make public key cryptography scalable, and they bind identity to keys through digital certificates and signatures. Browsers and operating systems anchor that trust in pre-installed root certificate authorities, and the infrastructure enables HTTPS, secure email, and countless other secure services.